Today I want to share with you how to make this excellent creamy conditioner, which is super moisturizing. It's a very easy recipe to make and it has detangling properties for soft, silky and voluminous hair. The first thing we're going to need is distilled water or a hydrosol or flower water, whichever you prefer. In this case, I'm using 160 grams of rose water. We're going to add a cationic surfactant emulsifying wax. It's important that the emulsifying wax has these characteristics to make a conditioner. I'm going to use, for example, bihentrimonium methosulfate 20 grams. We put it in a double boiler without letting the water come to a full boil. It will take a little while, but it will melt. When we see it melted like this, we can take it out of the water. And we're going to whisk it with a milk frother or just with a fork until it's fully combined. Very good. Thank you. When it's very well combined, we'll notice that it already has that conditioner-like texture, but it's still very liquid, so we're going to let it cool. Once it has cooled to room temperature, we'll notice that it takes on the consistency of a conditioner. And we're simply going to add everything else to make it super powerful and full of beneficial properties for our hair. Now we're going to add 3 grams of calendula oil. This oil soothes irritated scalp and promotes follicle health. We also add 3 grams of argan oil. This oil nourishes, strengthens and adds shine to the hair, reducing frizz. 5 grams of vegetable glycerin. Vegetable glycerin attracts and retains moisture in the hair, keeping it hydrated and soft. 1 gram of vanilla extract or infusion. Check the ingredients because it has to be extract. It's an antioxidant and adds fragrance. We add 2 grams of panthenol. Panthenol penetrates the hair fiber, hydrating it, strengthening it, and adding shine to the hair. We are also going to add 2 grams of hydrolyzed silk. It adds shine, softness, and silkiness to the hair, repairing split ends and protecting it from damage. We add 1 gram of vitamin E, which will protect the hair from environmental damage. Optional, we can add half a gram of rose essential oil, which will give it a delicate floral scent. Now we mix it very well. Now we're going to measure the pH before adding the preservative, because preservatives are added when the pH is below 6. For a hair conditioner, the ideal pH is usually between 4.5 and 5.5. Here we got a pH of 5. Then we add 2 grams of preservative. Euxil K712 is similar to the preservative coast guard, although Euxil has a more natural origin. Both are broad spectrum. It prevents the growth of bacteria, yeast and molds, extending the shelf life of the conditioner. It will last us between 8 and 12 months. Well, here we already have the conditioner finished. It's beautiful, the texture is nice and cold and ready to use, but since I want to fill this cute little bottle, it won't be enough. So I made 2 batches of this. Here I have the other batch I made. This one is still cooling down, that's why it's a little less thick than the other one. Look how beautiful it is. It has an exquisite aroma. Shall we invent something? A little bug. If you don't want to add the vanilla, the silk, the panthenol, the vitamin E, or the vegetable glycerin, you don't have to add them. What you're going to do is replace them with water or hydrosol, and what you'll get is a milder conditioner without as many properties. For example, if you don't add the 2 grams of panthenol, you add that amount to the 160 grams of water, so you'll end up with 162 grams of water.